Mr. Wynn. Can you hear me, Mr. Wynn?
Good evening.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. I want to make sure you can hear me. So I
Yep.
appreciate you joining. We're gonna wait a little bit and see who else signs in. They'll do some official business to start with, and
Okay.
then once all that's taken care of, then you'll get a chance to talk. Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm
Cool.
easy to go.
That would
In,
make
in
all
fact,
of
I've got a new microphone today. Just wanted to check, make sure you can hear me okay.
yeah. I can hear you really good.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm easy to go. In fact, I've got a different.
Hey, Donald, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So you're gonna have to help me out, brother. It's 6 o'clock. Do we wait a little bit? I know
Well,
for sure. Go ahead. I'm
oh,
sorry.
no, you go ahead.
I know for sure Betsy Ray is not
Yes.
logging in because she let us know. Other than that, the only people I know are on right now.
Okay. So number one, you don't have a quorum because you only got two members present. And then additionally, neither the chair nor vice chair are present. So if you did have a quorum, what you would have to do is hold a special election to have a chair to essentially run the meeting. So this is somewhat of a new one on me because I've not had a situation come up so far where I've had neither a chair nor vice chair nor a quorum. So what we'll do then is we will take the roll call and note that Ms. Favorette will note that for the official minutes. And then the minutes that are on to be approved for tonight's meeting will be pushed to the next meeting of the PCRC. And in fairness to our guest speaker, uh, uh, we would probably like to hear his presentation tonight, unless, of course, he would prefer to have it so maybe perhaps when we get back to an in-person format, um, and we have a little bit more participation. But I certainly informally turn that part over to the remaining board members. I certainly apologize to him for the inconvenience to him and to the board members, but these are kind of weird times with COVID and everything else. So probably the first thing would be just to call the roll, and let's go ahead and get that locked in, and then we can go from there. Does that sound like a plan for everybody? All right.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's go ahead and do that. Kevin Gaynor, Carol Naipaul,
Present.
Robert King III, Robert Cherry,
Present.
Carol Ann Bass, Lewis Warren, and Betsy Ray. And so again, for members of the committee that are present, that would be Ms. Naipaul and Mr. Cherry. You know, we don't have a quorum, and so we're kind of left officially not holding a meeting, but I'll leave it to you and our guest speaker as to how y'all would prefer to proceed in that fashion.
Donald, first of all, thanks for saying, you know, we want to be sensitive to where you are. Listen, I am completely flexible. The mantra that we've had here at 3rd Street throughout this pandemic has been, cut me some slack. This is my first worldwide pandemic, so I know these are different times that we're in. I would be more than happy to share tonight if y'all want to talk a little bit about 3rd Street and who we are here in the community. But again, I'm like you. I want to respect the time and the ability to meet of the members of the group. So I don't want them to feel like they are, you know, obligated to have this meeting. But I'd be more than happy. I'll look to you guys to kind of lead us there.
Mr. Cherry and Miss Naipaul. So one thing, obviously, I don't know if y'all are aware, the city council's allowed us to go back to in-person meetings starting in August, I believe. And we know July and August are planning months, so the next time we get together would be September. It's my intention, if everybody's good with it, and I know there's only 2 here, they have to reach out to everybody else through email or phone or text, is to hold the first in-person meeting at the police department in the training room. I think it would be a good time for us to finally meet each other face to face. In Mr. Wynn, I don't know if I'm kind of, it's up to y'all. If you want to hear Mr. Wynn or if you want to pause, we come back in September and hopefully we have more people, and then you can bring people outside this core group. So Mr. Cherry, Ms. Naipaul, y'all can invite people to come to the PD, because as far as I know, there's no restrictions on limitations or distancing or any of that. So we could actually pack the training rooms is with many people as it'll fit. So I kind of defer to Mr. Cherry, Ms. Naipaul. What do y'all think?
Yep, certainly. I am interested in hearing a presentation. I understand that there are great things going on there in the heart of our community. But with respect to you, sir, in your time, I want to make sure you have an audience so that what you share falls on fertile ground. And that's not to say Ms. Naipaul and I aren't becoming and enthusiastic about hearing it, but I think you deserve an audience. So I would be of the opinion to defer your presentation to a later date. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah.
I myself agree with Mr. Cherry that we should wait until September when we are in person. So I'm fine with that.
And if that works with your schedule, what we could do is we could really, put it on our shoulders and put that harness on us to make sure that we really get it advertised and really get folks out there to hear the great things, to echo what Mr. Cherry was saying, to hear those great things that are going on that, are right under people's noses and they don't even know it, some folks. So,
Yep. And that's part of what we're trying to do at 3rd Street now, is just to get our story out there. And Mr. Cherry, Ms. Naipaul, I'm so appreciative that y'all are already interested in hearing about what we're doing. And I look forward to meeting with you in September and really sharing. Of course, by that time, we'll be able to share what we did during the summer also. So I greatly look forward to that opportunity.
Just so you can put it on your calendar, Mr. Wynn, it would be Tuesday, September 14th.
I'll get that on the calendar right now.
and also, but yeah, go ahead and schedule that on your calendar so you know that ahead of time.
Okay. Same time, 6 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We meet in person,
Okay.
6 p.m. at the PD. Can park in front of the PD or in a 5-point slot. Just around
Okay.
there.
And certainly I probably can speak for everyone, given your willingness to help tonight. Certainly if you have a scheduling conflict or something comes up for September 14th, we will do whatever we can to make sure that we accommodate your schedule, given the fact you've given of your time particularly. So we do appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
So with that, again, all I can say is I apologize to everybody and wish I could wave a magic wand and do I guess I Dream of Jeannie thing. And for those of you that remember that show, but it is what it is. So
yeah. And please don't be concerned about that. Flexibility is key, and just the opportunity to get to meet you guys tonight and look forward to the September meeting. And with this much notice, I promise you this will be on the calendar because it's a priority. It really is.
Yes, well, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Sergeant Staffelbach, if you have additional thoughts or any members or.
The only thing I'll close with is one, Mr. Wynn, I will be in touch with you by phone. We can talk more. Ms. Naipaul, Mr. Cherry, I am going to be in touch with y'all too by phone. So just be expecting a call from me in the near future. Deputy Chief, I don't know if you wanted to add anything before we get out of here.
Just that I'm glad I didn't have to hear from Mr. Wynn tonight. Just really glad I didn't have to listen to that presentation again. No, for those that don't know, Mr. Wynn is a close personal friend. As you can tell, I'm driving. I just left Joey's Soup Kitchen, and we volunteered there this afternoon, so we had a really big time over there. But I thank you, Mr. Naipaul and Mr. Cherry. Hang in there with us. Remember what we talked about last meeting. We've got a couple of months coming up where we can rebirth this thing, and we'll be working with Sergeant Staffelbach so I can meet with each of you 2 by 2. He's going to be setting me a schedule for that, which is probably what he's got to call you about. And I want to do that in person. I want us to lay out a really good plan. And the only thing I would add to tonight, and Mr. Wynn, I know well enough to know he means everything he's saying, not to worry about this at all. But the one thing I would like to add, Sarge, is maybe in September, if it pleases the committee, we could actually do it at 3rd Street.
Yes.
And we would love that.
I know Mr. Wynn would host us, and to give everybody a chance to see the facility too. And then we maybe could have that draw from the local community that'll give us time to reach out to some people that would like to see what he's doing. So that's all I add, and I'll just say thank you to everybody. And Mr. Wynn, thank you. We will see you soon, my friend.
Absolutely. And listen, we would love to kind of sweeten that pot. We would love to have maybe light refreshments that night, because we do have you'll hear in the presentation about our 3rd Street catering and how special that is. So we could put together something for us to be able to snack on while we're meeting.
All right, Donald.
That's all I got, Sarge.
All right, thanks, Deputy Chief. Donald,
yeah, that's pretty much it.
We just say bye.
Yeah, so yeah, since there's really no formal meeting, we don't have to adjourn. So again, thank you. And I call this not so much a meeting, maybe the family sitting around the table and talking a little bit, and we're preparing for the next thing. So I do appreciate everybody's time, and thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'll be in touch.
Y'all have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
Same to you. Same to you.
Good night.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.